Today we are going to take up a session on personality. Why personality matters to us? Quickly we will see. Personality influences relationship, leadership and decision making. We have seen relationship is as good as communication, and personality is the most influential element in relationship or getting things done at the workplace or in our social life. It is shaped gradually over a period of time. Nobody will have a personality overnight. It builds gradually. That is what exactly we are going to see through it. Now, thoughts and beliefs are the foundation of our personality. Our concept is all about thoughts. What we think, whether our thoughts are positive or negative, constructive or destructive, or encouraging or discouraging, is what is going to determine all about personality. Let's play a small game or an activity. Okay. You have an A4 size paper in front of you, where on top of the paper you have written your name. Have you all?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Now what you need to do, I'll tell you. Write your name which you have done and pass the sheet clockwise. Write one genuine positive quality about the person whose sheet is in front of you, because we are going to pass. Okay. Continue until each participant gets the sheet. You may be having a doubt, should I write an essay or something like that. You write an adjective words like helpful, cooperative or trustworthy, calm under pressure, excellent with the guests, positive attitude, always smiling, anything. It's not necessarily you will have to follow what is there on the screen, okay? So whatever is genuinely true with that person about whom you write, all right? And you don't have to write your name along with your comment. All right, let us reflect ourselves. Okay, with comments, are you surprised? Is there any surprise? Any one of you had a surprise about, oh, am I, or are you doubtful about the comment? Do you agree or disagree? You are nodding your head. What does that mean, nodding? Are you surprised? Do you agree with the comment? All right. So you have reflected about it. What positive belief can you adopt out of it? Okay. How will this belief influence your behavior? Am I capable of creating memorable experience for every guest or not? And then the thoughts you repeat become the person you become. In other words, in short form, I say, who am I is the result of I am thinking most of the time. Also, my repeated thought become my action, and my repeated action become my behavior, and gradually end up in my personality. We'll see systematically one by one. All right, how your thoughts become your destiny, your personality is what we are going to look at in this session. All right. How personality is formed from experience to destiny. Now here we start. Experience, environment. Okay. What does that mean by? Everybody has got experiences. And we are a bag of experiences. We have backlogs. We carry bags. Those experiences are embedded in our subconscious mind. Knowingly or unknowingly, it comes out, it gets manifested. Some people are very outgoing, jovial, hilarious, they make people laugh. So there are many things in the subconscious mind. The mind is like a absorbing, like sponge. Subconscious mind experiences, whether it is good or a bad experience, it absorbs and keeps, and it merges up unknowingly, because it's a subconscious thing, in our behavior, in our mannerism, in our attitude, everything. Now we see one by one how this affects the environment. What do you mean by environment? We all have an environmental background, the family, the society, the community, the system, social system from where we have grown up. It influences in our thinking. Basically, it's a thinking. I will come to thinking. Our thoughts, how it is linked to our destiny, is what we are going to link it at the end. It is the first one. Our thoughts basis experiences and our environment. Okay, next one. Amar, with me? Perception and interpretation. We do have experiences, we do have environment from where we live, from where we come. Now here we are talking about perception and interpretation. See, I have an experience from Mr. Amar. Okay, the way he behaved when I called him, the way he responded me over the phone. Initially he was busy with checking in. When I called him, he responded to me. So that response I put into my mental frame of reference. Whether that reference interprets, and I know Amar is in good mood, or whether he is interested to come for my training or not. My interpretation happens based on the stimuli, the stimulation I got from his response, and then I will have an opinion about it. Every individual is a walking meaning making machine. We make meaning out of every circumstances, every situations we encounter with. That means we are not who we are. We are the result of our environment, our background, or the stimulation, the way we interpret. I have a clear, clean power class. Maybe one of you have a color class. Whoever sees through that frame of class, they see the world how the class is. Depends upon the color of the class. That's called frame of references. We have experience, environment, then we have perception, interpretation. We are meaning making machine. Every moment we are making meaning out of every situations. I already told you, I repeat it because that's very important. And we are under the influence of stereotype bias. Certain things, okay, I already have an opinion about Mr. Amar. That is my stereotype opinion. I am biased. Okay, these are the elements. I am telling you various factors influencing. Once a working guest comes in, a foreign guest comes in, or a local guest comes in, we have a stereotype already with us. Are we not? Yes. About every individual we have a stereotype bias. So that person is going to be like that. We are not who we are. We are the result of our circumstances, our thoughts, circumstances, influences our thinking. Thoughts. Our experiences, environment, our interpretations influence us to think. Thinking is the core thing. I can think about myself, I am a good person. I am a lovable person. So you got your sheet in front of you. Look at your sheet and see what people think about me. So somebody wrote, you are a good trainer about me. Thank you, whoever wrote it. So that boosts my self-esteem. But somebody, very often what happens, as we parenting our children, hey, don't do that, don't do this. You are useless, you are clumsy, you are so careless, your room is very dirty. So what are you communicating to that person? You are, whatever you are telling that person. So he will influence to think about himself what others tell him. You are branding him. So that is self-destructive. A person thinks about himself negative. He can never grow. His personality, instead of growing upward, it will shrunk downward. So the environment, you can see the first point, the experience environment plays a vital role in the personality development of every individual. So counseling is very important to help people, to handhold them, give them positive stroke. So that's the reason first we have done this experiment. Our thoughts are influenced by circumstances, by others. But we can't expect every time everybody to give you positive stroke, positive comment about you. You can't expect everybody to be fair with you, because the world is not fair. The world we live in is unfair. We need to train ourselves, we need to prepare ourselves to have a self-talk. I can look at the mirror and I can see myself as a gentleman or a magician, superhuman being, or I can be a failure. Do I see myself as a failure or a man of possibilities, unstoppable, unreasonable? When I am dealing with my own goals and aims, I am unreasonably unstoppable. Everything limits with you. It doesn't matter where you come from. It all matters where you think or you believe you want to go. Your background or experiences, although we said environment experiences are the causes, but you have the control. You have the switch inside you. Your personality, you are the architect of your personality. Who you are, the way you want to build it, it is left to you, not with anybody else. Now, thoughts, it's called internal chatterbox. When you are sitting on your seat and listening to me, you are not only listening to yourself, you are listening to somebody else also. Can anybody tell me whom are you listening to? You are listening other than me? Absolutely right. You are listening to yourself. That is called, you interpret and the result tell you, yeah, it is rubbish Joseph is telling. Or you accept or disagree. Okay? So in other words, you are critical about whatever you see or whatever you hear. That criticism or critical is your own voice. Very often, our own chatterbox tells us not good about ourselves. Then you cannot expect yourself to grow as an acceptable or an influential person in the society or the circle where you are living. Guided by good values around us. And values, the source of values are our thoughts. Now let's go. We move to the next point. Belief. It is belief. See, whether you want to alter yourself, transform yourself, is only possible when you work with your belief system. If your belief system about yourself is self-destructive, you can never build yourself or your personality. That's why I told you, you are the architect of your destiny, your life. You are an immense possibility. You have come into this world for a purpose. You have to touch, move, influence, and transform people around you. You become a successful, powerful, useful, a professional in your career when you realize your possibility. That comes from your belief. What are you believing about yourself and others, the people around you? If you are believing hopelessly about people around you or people with whom you work, then change the situation, change your belief system. We are people of immense possibility, and switch is inside us, not outside. Our switch is our belief system. Work with our belief system. Everything is possible for one who believes. If you got a self-destructive belief system, please alter it. Change that belief. Then comes attitude. Attitude is the result of your thought, belief, everything put together. People are valued based on attitude. HR recruit people to the organization based on attitude. Knowledge, skill we can impart to them through giving right kind of a training, on the job training, internship. But if the person doesn't have attitude, can anybody give attitude training? No, you can't. Attitude is not trainable because it is linked with belief system. If you got a right kind of a belief system with you, you can build an attitude, right kind of an attitude. And people with the right kind of attitude is everything is possible to that person. Attitude determines altitude. Your attitude is high, your altitude at which you fly will be high. As simple as that. Okay? Now, here we go to values. The person who has got a right kind of an attitude only can have a right values. Attitude is wrong, that person will have a wrong values. Correct? Values determines again your growth or your destruction. Decisions or a choice in our life. Every moment we take choices, decisions. Those decisions determines our destiny. And we have certain parameters to take certain decisions. Those parameters we have already seen. Maybe our social, economic background or experiences of the past. We have already seen it. Okay, now where does that lead to? This right kind of a decision lead us to right kind of an action in our life. So we see some people predominantly doing wrong things. No matter how many times you correct that person, end up, go around and come up and he will be wrong. Why? Because all these parameters are wrong. His thought process, belief system, everything is wrong. The behavior determines the kind of person who you are. Then suppose the same behavior, you repeat it over and again. A repeated behavior become your habit. Yesterday I told you, belief, action, repeated action become your habit. We are heading to character building. And character will take you to your personality. Do you see how our personalities develop? And then personality will take us to our destiny. You heard about this Kaun Banega Korbadi, Before Amitabh Bachchan started it, he lost everything. He became zero. Are you aware of it? He started a company and everything lost. Then he grew up, right? Why? Because the fundamentals were right with him. With that, celebrate the internal chatterbox. Self-talk is good. The belief systems are good. Who I am is the result of what I think most of the time. Now, transformation principle. We all need to transform. We all need to move from where we are today. Are we not? Yes. Can we get stuck here? Louder.
No.
We need to move. What we need to move? Change our thoughts. Should we change our thoughts?
Yes.
Thoughts about what?
Okay, positive.
Positive thoughts about whom? About myself. So whoever wants to change, see, without altering, without re-engineering your thought process, you cannot bring about transformation. So all about belief system. Re-engineer your system. Then the possibilities come up. Changes will come up. You will be able to alter or transform yourself. It starts with thought. Ability is linked with skill. I can't do it. Amar asked me to do certain things. I can't do, Amar. But willingness is my attitude. Ability is with skill. Willingness is with attitude. Skill I can develop. Amar can say, just don't worry. I will teach you. I can learn. Just don't worry. You do it. I will do it. Make mistake. I learn it. That learning is possible when I have willingness with me. Willingness is the other side of the coin of attitude. Strengthen your belief system. Always positive. I can. I will. And think good about people. Yeah. Believe always that good only thing will happen to me. Nothing bad will happen to me. Building positive habits. Is habit required? Because habit is going to form your character. So pick up, build, or choose right kind of a habit. Instead of whiling away time unproductively, use your time productively. Start networking with people. Learn good self-development, personality development books, or attend programs like this. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, which beliefs are shaping your current habit? Everything you do or don't do depends upon or guided by your belief system. Ask yourself, which are the values or beliefs shaping your current habit? What habit do you want to change? Ask yourself, what are the habits? If you change, you will be a better person. Thereby, how can I strengthen my character? Do I love myself? Am I liking my character? Today, I commit myself for changing myself by re-engineering my belief system. I commit myself that today onwards, I only think good about myself. I only think good about others. I am responsible for my destiny, my future, my personality. And also I am responsible for people around me. Thank you. Please open your mind.